Marrissa.
I'm Nicole.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Thanks for
nice
coming
to
in
meet
today.
you.
Did your makeup go all right?
Yes, I did.
So as you know, you're interviewing for a social media specialist here at Tierra organization. So you'll pretty much just be doing the online life for us, like web design, social media sites, things like that, all the fun stuff.
Yeah.
So I'll have a few questions for you, about 5 questions, and then you can ask me any questions that you have at the end. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
So just tell me a little bit about yourself, actually.
I'm from Guam originally, and I came to Portland about 2 years ago to go to school here. I would say, and I'm a music student, but a lot of what I have done, it just involves social media a lot. For my current job that I have as an event coordinator, part of my job is marketing my own events, and that includes, sorry, I'm a little out of breath.
No, you're okay.
It includes, for example, last week we had a cappella night, and I put out like an online challenge for people to put up a video of themselves singing something a cappella, and then we gave prizes to those who did. And that was put out on Facebook, and people submitted to our Facebook. And on the night of events, I Instagram and Twitter tweet certain things, and so that's how I've kind of been involved in social media.
Yeah, it sounds great. It sounds like you're really good at keeping up with social media and with your followers. Yeah, so what do you think is the most effective way that companies can reach out to the greater population?
I believe not just telling people things on social media, but inviting them to respond to something back and have them get involved in that way. I think a lot of people know how to put out information, but not many people invite the chance for others to respond back and for it to be a two-way street. And I think that's what grabs people's attention, is when they can be involved somehow or express their voice. And also I think relevant, like current information, things that are interesting that they haven't heard before, is also like to put that out there first and foremost is a good idea, I think.
Yeah, that sounds great. We have I'm just going to give you a hypothetical situation.
Okay.
So we have an important event coming up. What would you do to promote it?
Okay, first of all, I think I would create some print advertisements to put around in areas with the general population you're trying to reach. So if it's students, to put it up in colleges or other places in the community that students tend to go to. And so print advertisements, and then of course the social media, and people tend to check their emails a lot. So if I could get like an email list of people who were interested and wanted more information, I would then send them regular updates, and people like to know the process, and so in different steps. That's how to keep people interested, as opposed to like a one-time advertisement, but to put on Facebook like, this is the band that's going to be there, and giving them bits of information about the event leading up to it, so that they get new information as it goes along, and it's like this journey, and then they finally get there on the event.
Yeah, kind of like little teasers there. Yeah, that's really awesome. So then, what is the most valuable skill that you have that you think you could carry over or pertain to the position you have with us? You sort of went over that, but...
Yeah. I think with social media platforms, you got a lot of little things going on at the same time, and marketing events. You are figuring out well, first of all, how to push forward your social media agenda, and what are the next steps in that. And I think the skills I bring to that are just my ability to keep track of different projects at the same time, and bring them together at a certain point, because that's kind of what I do in my event coordinating job, is bringing a lot of different elements together to a certain point at the event. And so I think keeping track of all the steps and having them in order so that they're all ready at the point of the event.
Yeah. Do you have a lot of prioritizing that you have to do with which things you should work on first?
Yeah, I think you think about priority when it comes to finances, and you think about priority when it comes to marketing. You think about and according to the kind of event that it is. It's like if it's more of a student involvement one, you want to put your focus on getting people there and on the people, and if it's a complicated event where it's just a show, you want to put your attention towards the details of that show. So,
Yeah, sounds great. So one of our sustainable ideas is using insect as an alternative to meat,
Mhm.
so which can be very hard to sell. So how would you make that sound appealing?
Well, I think the video you put on your About page was a really good way to do it, because if you just explain it, explaining it is good, but putting it in some sort of interactive way, like a cool video, or putting out little bits of trivia about how it's like good for your health, like on social media and stuff, I think is a good way to do it, so it can capture their attention, and it's not just about the facts, but putting visuals along with it, I think helps.
Yeah. All right. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about us before you decide you want to ask any questions. So we sort of value a relationship amongst each other as much as the work that we do together, because we feel like if you know each other and are comfortable with each other, we can sort of get a lot more work done.
Yeah.
And again, our mission is hard to sell, so being able to talk to people and educate people is really important to us.
Mm-hmm.
And we just overall enjoy promoting a healthy lifestyle for our bodies as well as the earth.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have any questions about what we're about or what we like to do or how we operate.
Yeah. Maybe I missed it or was on the site, but your history, I'm curious, like how the company, like what it was born out of, or how it started.
Yeah, so Tierra actually is a Spanish word for just like earth in general, and so we have one of our group members, somebody who's really passionate about sort of living the sustainable life, sort of came up with the idea, and so we sort of just went with it from there. We sort of all have like a respect for our environment, so we just sort of went from there.
Oh, okay. And the employees that you hire, is it important that they're practice the kind of sustainable living that you guys are promoting?
I mean, we don't need somebody who's exactly like us. We also we love diversity, but we do encourage, if we do offer things once you're hired, like a community garden at work or like a gym, just some sort of like lifestyle promoting health in general. But yeah, it's definitely we like to open up those types of things. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No, I think those are the questions I wanted to ask.
All right, sounds great. So we'll get back to you in like the next week or so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you for coming in.
Yeah, thank you.
So I asked